welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is the September update of my Shop My Stash project pan. This is a favorite project of mine because it's super low-key, but it's really fun. So how it works is every time I film this video, about on a monthly basis, I pick out products from my collection that I want to work on at least 5 times. And then when I film the next video, if I've used them those 5 times, I put them back in my collection and pick out new products. And if I didn't use them 5 times, I keep them in this project until I reach that 5 uses mark. And like I said, I feel like this project is super low key, but I consider a project pan because there's that usage threshold. And it's just really fun because I get to go through my collection and use products that if I was just kind of doing my regular day-to-day, I wouldn't probably pick out and use. I would just probably pick out the same things and use them all the time. But this kind of keeps me rotating through a lot of my products, if not most of them. So that is one of the big reasons why I love this project. And yeah, I am super excited to kind of go through my makeup that I used last month, and then we'll put it back and pick out new stuff. If you notice that I have a lot of like energy, maybe nervous energy in this video, it's because I do. I am running a half marathon tomorrow, and so I am just vibing. I'm excited. I'm a little anxious. I don't know what to expect. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now, but also just like really excited, feeling very grateful and blessed to even be able to do this, that my body can do this for me. I like remind myself that a lot when I'm running and in pain. It's like, I'm so lucky that I can do this. The half marathon is kind of like between my house and my parents' lake house. So we're gonna go up there tonight after I pick up my bib and everything so that my parents can keep the boys when Mark goes to drop me off tomorrow morning, and then they'll bring the boys to the finish line so that, you know, they're not having to get up at like 5 a.m. to come watch me run. And they made little signs for me, so I'm really excited. I did one before a few years, I was gonna say a few years back, but we're probably going, I think, back to 2019 I did one. And the course that I did was super hilly, and I ended up having to walk a little bit, which like, no shame in that, but I feel like I am in much better shape than I was last time, and I'm hoping to do a sub 2-hour half. I ran 12 hours. I ran 12 miles in like an 8:54 pace, 8:54 or 8:58 pace, I don't remember. And that would keep me under those 2 hours. I think I need to keep like my average pace per mile around 9:09. So that's the goal. We'll see if I can do it. I am very nervous, but also really excited. It's something I've been training for, I think, months and months. I signed up for it a while back. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and talk about the products that I've used this past month. The first is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I use this 16 times. I'm not gonna harp on this one very much because you guys, if you watch my videos, know that this is a top favorite setting spray for me. I love it. I feel like it performs super well, and I did add this to my planning to pan for this year at the mid-year update. So I'm thinking I might actually, spoiler, keep it in this project until I'm ready to move it into my 5-pan rolling style project pan, because I do want to finish this year. Next is my Benefit Cookie Highlight. I was hoping to expand the pan, which I believe that I did, and I used this one 17 times. Such a beautiful highlight. It was so pretty. I really enjoyed having it in this project this round because I do love this one. It's just like this beautiful baby pink highlight that I think is just stunning. So happy to have worked on that one. And then I also used my Ciate Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder, and I used this one 16 times as well. I like this powder. I feel like it did a really nice job of setting, like performance-wise, really nice. I don't like loose powders as much as I like pressed powders. I just feel like loose powders are just messier. They're a little bit harder to deal with, but I do like how they perform. So I'm glad that I rolled it in. I'm glad I got the usage on it because I feel like I tend to shy away from my loose powders sometimes just because they're a little bit harder to work with. So I'm glad I pushed myself and put it in this round, and then was able to get 16 uses out of it because it is a great product. It's just getting myself to actually take the time to use it. Next is this Merit Solstice Day Glow Highlighting Balm. I rolled this in because I had a couple beach trips and I honestly forgot to wear it most of the time. I did wear it 2 times, and I wore it on my shoulders and my collarbone, and it's so pretty like that. So I just need to remind myself when I'm wearing like a tank top or something to just put it on. I need to get 3 more uses on it, so this one's gonna be sticking around until next month as well. Next is my Merit blush in the shade Stockholm. I love this blush. I love having it in this project. I feel like I've had it in this project multiple times this year, and every time it's in this project, I love it. I used it 7 times. It's so beautiful. I love putting this on my cheeks. I'm panning a blush right now, so I didn't devote as much time to this, but when I do use this, I usually take a little bit of that blush and put it on top to kind of set it. I'm wearing it today. It's a lovely color. I love how it performs. So definitely a top favorite of mine. And I think I also put this in my Planning to Pan, although I'll probably put this back into my collection, but this would be a fun one to actually try and work on and pan just because I like it so much. And I've never panned one of these, so I actually have no idea how much product is in there. Like, it looks like I've worn down quite a bit, but I don't know how much product is actually gonna be in the actual pan itself. So that would be interesting to find out as well. And then the last 3 products are lip products. So 2 will be returning to my collection. 1 will be sticking around till next month. We're gonna start with my Dose of Colors liquid lip in the shade Flirty. I used this one 5 times. I feel like the shade's a little light for me, so every time I wore it, I layered it with a gloss and then it looked nice. I did like it wearing it to work because I felt like it stayed on my lips all day long, and so it was just nice to have some color as long as I had the gloss on top. So that one was nice to work with. I think I probably would have preferred it had I worn it with a liner, which I probably just should have done, but I don't think I ever did for those 5 uses. And then I also wore my Clinique Black Honey 7 times. I love this one as well because it is so versatile. You can really layer it up and get a darker lip shade, or my preference is just kind of do a couple quick swipes and it's more of like a lip stain type shade. So really beautiful. Glad I got the 7 uses on that. I also think this one I put in my Planning to Pan, if I'm not mistaken. And then I also worked on my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk 2 in the medium shade. And I used this one 3 times. So I need to get 2 more uses on this. This is Pillow Talk 2, so it's darker than the original Pillow Talk. I would love to like eventually pan this product because there's not a ton of lip gloss in here compared to like a normal bullet lipstick, but I feel like bullet lipsticks, even this tiny one, will take forever to use. But happy to get the 3 uses that I did, and obviously next month I will get 2 more so we can roll it back out. So that is the update on my current selection. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back into my collection, and we can go ahead and pick new products to work on this month. I pulled this out just to acknowledge it, but I do have a foundation in my regular project pan, so I'm not going to switch that out or try and focus on something else because I need to be more focused on that. But I do want to pick a powder for myself. So obviously I just used a loose powder, so I'm probably not going to use my Coty Airspun. So really it's between my LYS and my CoverGirl, and I think I'm going to use this CoverGirl powder. I'm being drawn to the pretty pink packaging. No bronzer, but I do need to pick highlight and blush, and I do have a blush, 2 blushes down here. So I just need to remember that. Let's pick highlight though first. I kind of want to pick, I don't know, maybe I used this like really recently, but I'm kind of interested in picking my MAC Soft and Gentle. It's just such a good one, and I think would look really nice this time of year. So I think I'm gonna go with that. And then I need blush. Ooh, when I was putting back my Merit one, I saw my Benetton, and I love that blush. And I haven't used, ooh, I don't think I've used this Rare Beauty one in a minute. That's probably because I've been panning a blush, but that one's getting close to being done, and this could probably layer nicely over it even if it's not. So I think I'm gonna move this one in. This is in the shade Bespoke, or this one in the shade Mood. They kind of look the same to me. So let's just pick Mood. And then I think I'm just gonna stick with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, like I said. And then looking up here, I do want to pull in this Rhode lip balm type thing. I think that would be fun to get some usage on. And then I also was thinking about kind of like some fall lip colors. I remember my Rare Beauty lip cream in the shade Brave. This is such a pretty fall shade, so I wanted to pull that in. I was also thinking that a liner could be good just based off what I was thinking last week or last month with some shades. So I need to pick one of these, and A lot of them are reds, but this one from Kiko Milano in shade 534 is a nice tone. So I think I'm gonna go with that. That'll be fun. That's it then. I feel like this is a pretty good stack. So what we're working with for this month is my Charlotte Tilbury Setting Spray, MAC Soft and Gentle, CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powder, Rare Beauty Blush in the shade Happy, Merit Blush in the shade Mood, and then this Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment, the Kiko Milano Liner in 534, the Rare Beauty Lip Cream in Brave, and then my rollovers from last month, this Merit Highlighting Balm, and the Charlotte Tilbury Little Lipstick in Pillow Talk 2. So that is it. I am really happy with this selection. I think it's gonna be fun to use. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in my next one.